Hey, I'm Nick with Fiesel. We're out here at the Bedzik residence. Currently we have a repair scope from the insurance company, most likely for the soft metals with hail damage and some hail damage to the shingles. So what we're doing today is a simulated repair, see if we can even service a repair on this roof. Our job as a restoration contractor is to bring the direct physical damage back to a pre-loss condition, so repair that. If we can't do that, obviously we can't fulfill the scope. So today I'm going to do a simulated repair around one of these pieces of metal that's on the scope. Building code 908.5 says you cannot reuse aggregate surface materials. So when I go to replace this box vent, I need to replace the 8 shingles around it that I have to remove to get the box vent out. Because this is a flashing repair, what I'm going to do is use the demonstration on the shingle directly next to it. That way, if it does fail, we don't have to apply a large tarp to the area, try to minimize any potential costs down the road to the insurance company. So with that being said, I'm going to get started. To complete this, I'm going to use a manufacturer-approved roofing flat bar and a roofing hammer and some roofing nails. I'm going to use the flat bar per the manufacturer to break the seals of the shingle. So the shingle I'm going to remove and then the shingles above it. Once I break the seals, I'm then going to remove the nail heads and then remove the shingle. And then I'm going to reinstall that same shingle. Whenever we're done with this, the shingle I use we're also going to take out again and send to ITEL because this is most likely discontinued just given the dimensions and the color. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to do this shingle right here. It's directly next to these 2 metals we'd have to replace anyway. Now I'm going to do the 4 shingles above it.
We'd also like to note that today's date is August 18th, 2 p.m., and it's about 90 degrees.
That one's free. I'll do the 2 above that. Yeah, so it's perfect conditions to do a repair. The sealant should be pliable enough. We don't want to do any repairs, in cold weather. That's just going to cause a lot more unnecessary damage. That one ripped really bad. You can see it right there. I'll stop and get it there in a second. All right, I've gotten all the seals. One thing I can tell just from the sound is there's a pretty large amount of material transfer. What that is when you break the sealant's on the bottom end of the shingle. It's actually when it seals the shingle below it. When I go to remove it, instead of the sealant coming free, it's taking the top chunk of that shingle with it. So if we come down here and look, and I lift this up, what you'll see is a large amount of this fiberglass matting in some areas. In other areas, like right here, the shingle just ripped entirely. So obviously that's not good. We're gonna have to do some more repairs because of that, increase the scope. Checking the row above that. Same thing, all the fiberglass you can see right there. Took a big chunk out of this shingle. So this shingle is already needing to be replaced because it's got a massive hole along the whole top of it where the sealant goes. Checking this one down here, just to show consistency. Same exact thing. Again, you can see the fiberglass. Get my shadow out of the way. Large amount of fiberglass right there. Coming down a little bit more, same thing. This shingle actually tore, so you see it on the top of this one. just tore clean off because the sealant was so strong. Anyway, not good. At this point, I'm going to remove the nails. Again, just lifting the shingle high enough to get the nails out. Trying to be extremely gentle. Give the most unbiased assessment as I can. Alright, first row of nails is out. Now I'll get the second. Here's another example of this rip. Let me get this nail out first. Oh, that showed it right there. This one, the material transfer was so bad, it just ripped the shingle.
Popped.
Same thing here. It's so bad it didn't rip this one completely through. But you can probably see from the side how thin it is. Just left a massive hole in it. All right, all the nails are out. Oh, this one here, down here. Where's it at? Oh, it's just glued. It's just glued together. Ooh. Thought it was a nail. Clearly the roof's not in a repairable condition. There's no way to remove these shingles without causing damage like this. I couldn't have done the breaking of the sealant any better than I did. This is the exact tool that you would want to use to complete it. It's got a very fine edge to get in there. I went across the entire area. Just not possible, and it's consistent. If it's on one shingle, that's something, but it's every single shingle is exhibiting this kind of, I guess this kind of damage. So I pull the one out above it. Obviously I got to replace the one below it. It's missing. It's not there anymore. This one I have to replace. This one has material transfer along the entire thing, so it's a big hole about an inch wide or an inch tall across the entire strip. I need to replace that. This one's even creased. I haven't even lifted it to re-nail it yet. It's already creased. So, and then this one, same thing, heavy material transfer. Roof's not repairable. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna put it back in and pretend like none of this happened, just to show what would happen when I re-nail the shingle. Based on the fact that crease just pulled the nails out, I'm going to say it's probably going to crease even more. Again, this is not how we would ever leave a roof. This is just for demonstration purposes only. Obviously, we're going to call our team out here to tarp this up until we can get the appropriate amount of coverage on this, in an additional scope. We have 6 nails per nail line, so I'm going to install 12 nails into the shingle, 6 in the lower, and then 6 in the upper. Right there. Nails. I need to lift the shingle high enough to get the nail perpendicular to the roof deck in the nailing zone. So I'm just lifting the shingles high enough to do that. Again, trying to be extremely gentle. Our goal is to give an unbiased assessment. Start here. Really simple. Just high enough to... You'll notice it's right next to the existing nail, flush to the roofing deck, and not slanted. That's how your manufacturer requires you re-nail a shingle. All right, first row of nails is in. Now I'm going to do the next row. Again, right next to the existing nail head. Here. All right, and the last nail right here. All right, perfect. We re-nailed the shingle. All I'm going to do is just take my hand, wipe along the top, just to simulate what winds and rains are going to do over the next few weeks. What you'll notice is there's a crease line in the parts of the shingle towards the middle, right? So when I need to put the 12 nails into this, I'm going to put 6 in this nail zone and then 6 in the nail zone above it, because that hits the top end of that shingle. When I'm working on the ends, it's a little bit more pliable. I'm able to get the nail in there without causing a crease. But when I get to the middle, I'm fracturing the fiberglass matting. The grains are falling off in a linear pattern, and the teeth are delaminating as well. I can get my finger up underneath this tooth. So even though it already failed because it ripped when we went to break the seals, the top row fails again because it's not pliable enough to service the repair in the perfect weather to do a repair. So clearly, this is a failed repair. We're going to need to see an updated scope for full replacement. We're going to send in this video along with our estimate. Nick with Feasel, thank you for your time.